Hello everyone, it is my possibly most anticipated time of the year that isn't summer showcase season, and that is the Game Awards. And the reason I look forward to it is not to see who wins, but actually who gets nominated. I am one of those people that loves not just Game of the Year, but sound design, art direction, multiplayer, and all that jazz. I love the Game Award nominations because it's just an opportunity for the entire industry to decide what was the best of the best. Like, unanimously amongst all of us, what do we consider the best in show of this? I have a few things I'm rooting for and things that I'm not like. There's things obviously. The Astrobot for Game of the Year, I am definitely thinking that'll be here, but I'm also rooting for that. That's not a dark horse. What I'm saying is things like Animal Well for best sound design, Astrobot for best game direction, Still Wakes the Deep. If that gets shown at best narrative or best performance, I will be super surprised. But most of all, the finals for best multiplayer. What were you rooting most for? Let me know in the comments. I'm gonna watch this shindig and find out right now how it went. And if you want more geek out sessions about video games, make sure you subscribe. Sam Rikibuji. I should also plug in, if you have not heard by now, I will be going to the Game Awards live this year. It's really bittersweet. We usually watch this together as a community, but this will be the first time I'm going live, so feel free to ask questions about that. Can't wait for the internet to get so mad.
For best ongoing game, the nominees are
the finals.
Destiny
Just
2,
kidding.
Diablo 4,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy 14,
Yeah.
Fortnite,
Yeah.
and Helldivers 2.
By the way, I'm really curious where Helldivers 2 shows up in this.
Best performance nominees are Brianna White for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Senua.
Hannah Tell for Life is Strange Double Exposure,
Senua.
Kimberly Gonzalez for Star Wars Outlaws, Luke Roberts Silent Hill 2, and Melina
Thank
Jurgens,
God. Oh
Senua
my God.
Saga, Hellblade
Oh my God. Melina for Senua. I'm like, that's one of the few and only locks Hellblade 2 will get. So, is Brianna White the person that plays Aerith? Because that would make sense. Oh, we have to check the fantasy draft too after this.
Nominees are AFK Journey,
I don't care about best mobile game personally. But Balatro
Trading Card Game
and Pokemon Trading Card Game. People keep blowing up about the Pokemon Trading Card Game, man. I feel like I am kind of rooting for Plucky Squire here, but it's not really a root. It's like, I think Hellblade 2 and Plucky Squire deserve to be here, but I have a feeling what will be here will be fair. Let's find out.
Astrobot, Black Myth Wukong,
Yeah.
Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth,
Yeah.
Metaphor ReFantazio,
Yeah.
and Neva.
They all make sense. It's like I said, they all make sense, but I definitely lost that fantasy draft on this category. Shit. But, you know, art direction, it's not just about the graphics. I know there's going to be a lot of freaking fanboys that are like, I can't believe they not pick Senua. The graphics of that game are amazing. But I do think the set pieces and everything and the outfits in that game are really incredibly well done. So I'm a little bit disappointed about Hellblade 2 and Plucky Squire, but art direction this year was tough. And all these, again, you have to swap something out to make room. And I think these are all fair.
For Best Score in Music, this year's nominees are Astrobot, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
For sure.
Metaphor ReFantazio,
For sure.
Silent Hill 2, and
Okay.
Stellar Blade.
I don't think there was really a score this year that I'm like, I really hope. But best audio design, I kind of am rooting for Animal Well. That's a dark horse. I don't think it will be in here. You'll see like Black Ops. Hellblade 2 for sure.
These games are nominated. Astrobot,
Wow.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6,
Yeah.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Okay.
Senua's Saga,
For sure.
Hellblade
Thank you.
2,
Thank God.
and
Okay.
Silent Hill 2.
Yeah. Any horror game, you hope for that. I have to be honest. As much as like I've spoiled Astrobot is my game of the year, when we did the fantasy drafts, I felt like Astrobot didn't like specialize in the things that these categories are. It just did everything kind of great, which is why I'm like, it absolutely should be in game of the year. But I'm really surprised to see how many nominations it's getting, for specific stuff. That's really interesting. I wasn't expecting that. And I'm saying that as somebody that adores Astrobot, but like, I don't know if I would have picked it, me personally, but I get it. I do.
Best adaptation recognizes excellence in authentically creating shows, movies, and other creative.
Arcane Season 2 came out a couple weeks earlier, man.
Arcane.
Oh,
Fallout.
Okay.
Knuckles.
Fallout for sure.
Like a Dragon Yakuza.
I didn't hear good things about.
Tomb Raider, The Legend of
I heard
Lara
okay
Croft.
things. Fallout, I heard great things. I have no say in narrative. I know a lot of you guys, like, when I asked the community what, we should vote on, a lot of you said narrative. I have no say here, so.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. Metaphor, ReFantazio.
These all make
Senua's
sense.
Saga, Hellblade 2. and
Wow.
Silent Hill 2.
Wow. Hellblade 2 and Silent Hill 2 are a bit of a shock because Silent Hill 2, that's, a remake, so it's like it's based off of a narrative that already existed. At least Rebirth, it's doing the same thing, but it's kind of, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong there, but I'm very shocked to see Hellblade 2. Narrative in that game, I think, is really good, but like, I thought people were so caught up in the game not playing good that they just wouldn't acknowledge that.
Here are this year's nominees.
Nothing to say here.
Nominees for Best Community Support are,
But I wanted Halo Infinite to be in last year.
in the category of Best Multiplayer,
Please. I will never. Last year, my number one thing was Halo Infinite for Best Community Support. I didn't get that. And this year, I am sure I will not get my number one thing here, which is the finals for Best Multiplayer. We'll see Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, maybe even Mario Party Jamboree. Please, the finals. It's not going to happen. I fully don't expect it to happen.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2,
Yeah.
Super Mario Party Jamboree,
It's everything.
Tekken 8,
Yeah.
and Warhammer 40,000.
I mean, sure. I love Warhammer Space Marine 2. I love the game, but I don't know for best multiplayer. Like, if I swapped anything out, because that's the thing. When you want something to be in a category, you have to be willing to swap something out. And if I swapped anything out here, it would probably have been Warhammer. Because I think Helldivers 2, Call of Duty, and Jamboree, they all make sense. Yeah, for sure. Like, I think Tekken 8 should stay, but the finals, man, like, that game is something special. It is. They're doing the damn thing. They have actual 3-month seasons. They post, not a lot of new content per se, but just in terms of what the multiplayer is. It's so freaking unique and crazy, but maybe just as a package, maybe that's what it is. I agree. As a package, it didn't start off as strong as maybe these games did. In that case, fine. That was my number one thing I was like dark horse rooting for.
The nominees are Animal Well,
Yep.
Lotro,
Yep.
Lorelei and the Laser Eyes,
Yep.
Neva, and
Yep.
UFO 50.
All 5 make total sense.
Best debut indie
All
game.
5 of those make total
Recognized in
sense.
development.
Best debut game.
Nominees
Yeah.
are Animal Well,
Yeah. Animal Well.
Lotro,
That's it. Oh, okay. Mandalorian.
Drive, and
Pacific Drive.
Squire.
I forgot the Pacific Drive didn't actually come out last year.
Is looking forward to what's next, and yes, we'll have lots
I love
of games to announce
anticipated.
on this-
Based off of the fantasy drafts, like, this is a category I messed up so bad.
Death Stranding 2,
Of course.
Ghost of Yote,
Why am I
Grand
not
Theft
surprised?
Auto 6, Metroid Prime,
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Monster Hunter Wilds.
Wow! Oh my god! Monster. I said Metroid Prime 4 because I just didn't know what the hell else to pick. I had no idea what else to pick. All right, cool.
Best action adventure nominees are
All right, here we go.
Astrobot,
Wow.
Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown,
Yeah.
Silent Hill 2,
Okay.
Star Wars Outlaws,
Wow.
Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom.
Wow. Outlaws. Best action adventure game. No Shadow of the Erdtree. There's like a bunch of things I'm forgetting. For best action adventure, like admittedly a dark horse here I thought could be Animal Well, because every year if there's a great Metroidvania, it gets nominated. But that's why Prince of Persia's here. I guess, was this a light year for action adventures? I'm actually struggling to think of stuff. This is the weirdest one so far. Astrobot, Silent Hill 2, and Star Wars Outlaw are the three that I'm really like surprised by. Whoa, this is gonna be full. Best role playing. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma.
Shadow of the Erdtree.
Yep.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yep.
Like a Dragon, Infinite
Yep.
Wealth, and Metaphor.
Yep. All 5 of these, spot on.
In the category of Best Fighting, the nominees are Dragon Ball Sparking
Yep.
Jura, Grand Blue Fantasy vs. Rising,
Yep.
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection.
It's a collection, but sure.
Multiversus, and
Oh yeah, Multiversus came back.
nominees for Best
Forgot
Action
about that.
Black
Action
Myth
game
Wukong,
for sure. Black Myth
Call of
Wukong.
Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2,
Yeah.
Stellar Blade,
Yeah.
Warhammer 40,000.
Yeah. Let's go. Okay, I have to admit, like I totally didn't even think about this, but I was trying to think what was the 5th dark horse. Like there was 5 things that I'm like, I'm not confident in, but I want it to happen. You know, I forgot the 5th thing was Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 for best action game. Like that literally happened during the fantasy draft.
Space Marine 2, Warhammer Space
Oh no!
Oh, Nick, did you want it?
All right.
Did you want it?
That was my top pick.
All 5 of these
Call of Duty Black
totally
Ops
make
6,
sense, just like
Helldivers
RPG.
2 Family Game. The nominees are
Wait. I wonder if Astrobot will be in this. I know for sure Mario Party Jamboree will be, but I don't. What else?
Astrobot,
Okay.
Princess Peach Showtime,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Super Mario Party
For sure.
Jamboree, The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom,
Yeah.
and The Plucky Squire.
The best family game category is so weird to me because it's like, I don't know. Is it just whatever is the most appropriate for all ages category? You can't play the Plucky Squire, Astrobot, Echoes of Wisdom with the family. Like it's just
The
one
best
person.
Sim strategy nominees are Age of Mythology Retold,
Nice.
Frostpunk 2,
For sure.
Kunitsugami Path of the Gods,
Oh, I
Unicorn
forgot. Unicorn Overlord will win this category. I'm going to say hands down. Oh, I forgot about Kunitsugami. Dude, that's like my most underrated game of the year. Like of all the games I've played this year that I know a lot of people did not play, Kunitsugami is like top. I'm going to skip ahead here.
For Best Game Direction, which
Please,
recognizes
Astrobot. Please, Astrobot for game. I mean, at this point, I would be shocked because it's already been nominated for so many things.
the nominees are Astrobot,
Thank God. Okay.
Balatro,
Wow.
Wukong, Elden
Whoa.
Ring, Shadow of the Erdtree,
Okay.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth,
Yeah.
and Metaphor ReFantazio.
I think all those make total sense. I'm going to try to do a live stream talking about all the nominees, but I definitely think everything in game direction here makes a lot of sense. If anything, like, no, like, they all make total sense for very special reasons. I'm definitely like, the reason I stood for Astrobot here is because I just think Astrobot, as well as Black Myth Wukong, have strong potential to influence like game development going forward and what we can and / should make.
Finally, our global TGA jury, of which I am not a member, has selected the following 6 games.
You gotta
as
plug that in.
nominees for Game of the
People won't listen though. Game of the year.
Game of the Year nominees are Astrobot from Team Asobi,
Yay.
Balatro,
Whoa! What? What?
Elden Ring,
No
Shadow of
fucking
the Erdtree
way.
by From Software,
Whoa!
Rebirth from Square Enix,
Metaphor.
and Metaphor.
Oh my God, okay. Whoa! Balatro and Black Myth. Like everything else here, I fully like. Astrobot was a lock. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth was a lock. Metaphor ReFantazio was a lock. Shadow of the Erdtree is going to set people off. I totally understand the debate about that. Like, and I get it. Like, I'm not going to disagree with you because it's fair. Like, I'm one of those people that's like 50-50 because it's up to the jury to decide. Like, yes, Erdtree, Vessel of Hatred, whatever the hell else, they're eligible. But that doesn't mean the jury's going to pick it just because it's eligible. It has to be something that they deem worthy of the title Game of the Year, which is going to be a very subjective thing that we're all going to disagree on. So it was up to them. And shout out to the Urtree, like, yeah, it's not Elden Ring 2, but it's basically an entire other game that is attached to the base game that is Elden Ring. So I get it. I get either way, but that one doesn't surprise me as much as Balatro and Black Myth Wukong. Because Black Myth Wukong was not reviewing amazing-tacular. Like, it was averaging out around like 7 and 8 out of 10. So I'm really shocked to see that here. Instead of, yeah, I guess I can't really think of anything else. So maybe that's why. Maybe there just wasn't an obvious other choice. But like Animal Well, Dark Horse was Animal Well, I thought maybe for Game of the Year. Balatro, man. Balatro! Oh no, do I have to play Balatro now? Don't forget this, by the way, the player's voice category. So the player voice nominees, which is it's like the pity category. You know, if you feel like there was something that wasn't here that should have been, that's what the player voice nominee is. And it's usually like, don't let Genshin Impact. Don't let them win! I didn't really get the things that I hoped for, but I understand. That's why I said that they were dark horses. I felt like, you know, these things kind of deserve to be over them, admittedly, but as on a personal level, I'll be really pleasantly surprised. And definitely Star Wars Outlaws for Best Action Adventure. That's the one that I'm like kind of festering on, and Balatro for Game of the Year. Like, those are two that I'm like, whoa, kind of a thing. I would love to see what you thought of these Game Award nominees, so make sure you comment that, as well as stay tuned for our live stream going over each of the nominees and who we think should win.